Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. What's up? This is the Live and Level Gamers podcast, episode 307. We have the crew in the internet streets, all in your eardrum, all in your earphones, speakers on your iPhone, Samsung, computer. I don't know where you watching this at. What's up, people?
What's good?
Man. What's up, man? I see the intro. That's cool. That's fine. But no, I'm here. I'm here, man. I'm excited.
Tomorrow is the day. Was that too much, y'all? Tomorrow is the day. It won't be for me though, because we're gonna talk about that. I'm a little perturbed at Best Buy
Salty.
and they janky online ordering situation. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Mr. Norris, are you getting that Mario Wonder? We'll talk about it. Don't hold your thoughts. Don't say nothing. K-Bum, we know you're not getting Wonder, so we're not gonna ask you. We're not gonna ask you what you get. Yeah. So anyway, welcome to the show, y'all. Y'all know how we do. Excited to be here. Yeah, man. Y'all quiet. What's good, man? What's good, y'all?
Oh, you told me to hold it. I was holding it.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Can't tell you to chill and they been mad when you chill.
Yeah, man. So sign off in the comment section. Go on here and share this with your friends. Put this on X, formerly known as Twitter. Get the word out that the Live and Level Gamers podcast is on live right now. I'm hoping to see some faces and some thumbnails that I haven't seen in a long time. Or a few podcasts. Hopefully some few people show up so we can get this thing lit. So put the word out there. Let them know we are on. We are live. Anyway, so welcome. So anyway, man, got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about Spider-Man 2 tomorrow. Super Mario Bros. Wonder tomorrow. We're going to talk about these Metacritic scores. We're going to talk about these reviews. What else we talking about, Keith? There was something else you put up there. What else was it?
What did I put up? No, that's all I had. I think it was K-Bone that put some stuff up.
K-Bone, what you put up in that comment section, man?
I did put up, man. I would like to, since the merger is now officially.
Oh, Microsoft. We got
yes,
something to talk
sir.
about with Microsoft.
Yeah,
Because the dang sure ain't no games. Yeah, they don't have Smash Bros. Wait a minute, they don't have Smash Bros. They don't have Smash Bros. Though. Microsoft, man, Starfield came out and went just as fast as it came.
Well, it's funny how the game that got so much bad press was the game that overshadowed Starfield. So that's kind of funny.
We also got to talk about Microsoft closing that Activision deal. You also put that up there. So we got a little bit to talk about, man. Welcome to the show. Yeah, man, we are here, and we gonna do this thing on tonight. So, to break the ice, like I said, let us know who you is in the comment section. Let us know who you is. Let us know who you is in the comment section. And I always know.
But we got Smash Bros. though.
For those who didn't get Spider-Man or Super Mario, you do got.
But we got Smash Bros.
Hopefully you got Smash Bros. But anyway, this is the show. Anything special before we get into what you've been gaming on? Anything. Any new thing? Have y'all enjoying the Lokis?
Is it tonight? Is it tonight?
Come on tonight. I think it did.
The new one come on tonight. Yeah, it come on at some point tonight. Did you catch the second one? Did any of you catch the?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
What y'all think? What y'all think so far? So far.
I like the first episode better. I thought the first episode was better than the second episode. But yeah, I'm curious to see where they take this. I love they have old boy from Everywhere, Everything All at Once. I forget, I'm not gonna pronounce the name correctly, so I'm not gonna try. But I love the fact that he's in here. He brings a nice comedic vibe to the show. But I think the cast is great. I love the cast for Loki. I think everyone in that cast is perfect. And I'm just excited for how they're going to tell this story because it's very interesting with some of the stuff that they did, especially naming all of those branches 616 when they've been going back and forth between is this 616, is it Earth 1999, which was originally kind of identified as the MCU. So interesting how they're going to do this. So we'll see.
Okay. Keep
Yeah,
going.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I'm enjoying it too. I was liking the back and forth when he was it time skipping between the future and the past.
Yeah,
and he was talking to the is that the guy from that movie? 'Cause I still haven't seen it.
Oh,
He
it's
was
a good
talking.
movie, man.
I plan to watch it. So many people told me it was good, but how he was telling them, and then he was going to the future. Oh, I remember now. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was cool.
I want to suggest something, man. I watched this movie the other day. It's random. It's an older movie, but I had never seen it. It got Ryan Reynolds and Jake. How you say his last name?
Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal and Rebecca Ferguson and a lot of people in this movie. It's
That
called
great man.
It's called Life. 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 Not live. Not that life.
So you eat your cornbread?
Martin. Not Martin. And did I say hit that?
eat your
Live. Did I
This
hit
came
it
out in
right?
2017.
It wasn't bad.
He gave me. Anyway, let me stop. I almost would nuts on y'all.
You said older movie. This came out in 2017, man. What you doing to
2017.
me?
This is 2023. It's older.
What you doing to
Man,
me?
go check this
It
movie out.
is about 6 years.
This movie will grip you through the whole movie. It's sci-fi. Just know it's sci-fi, and the ending will leave you just like, what? What if? So I checked that out yesterday. Check it out. Watch the trailer. Check this movie out. If you haven't seen it, it's streaming on Paramount.
Let me ask you this though.
Prime Video. Go ahead.
Which Ryan Reynolds are we getting? Are we getting
Actually,
Deadpool?
No, you getting the semi-serious, toned down, still funny action. Save the day, but it's gonna be interesting. Just know you're gonna be shocked. Man, I'm telling you, watch this movie. K-Bum, watch this movie. I think you'll like it. I ain't gonna say much more than that. If you haven't seen it, it's called Life. Not Martin and Eddie. You know what I'm saying? Not JoJo and what's his name? Jodeci and what's the lead singer? Casey and JoJo. Not Casey and JoJo. Not live. Anyway, let me stop. So, anything else before we get into what you've been gaming on?
I feel like there was something I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they come to me.
That was all that yelling you forgot.
Yeah, I messed you up with my keys. K-Bun, don't feel bad because you can't hit it like that. Live. Anyway, I hit that one right there. Let's go. Yeah. You know what time it is. It's time for What Have You Been Gaming On? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on. All right, who want to go first?
Okay. I have been gaming still on Cyberpunk. I've been playing Spider-Man here and there, the original, and Miles Morales just a little bit with the boys. And that's about it. I haven't been playing anything else. I know there's some major titles coming out tomorrow, but we'll get into all that. But yeah, that's all I've been gaming on is Cyberpunk. Hopefully I'm getting close to finishing it. So I can actually move on to something else.
Okay.
Next week.
Okay.
Alan Wake.
Alan Wake.
Part 2.
Okay. Part 2. All right. For PC.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, K-Bomb, what you been gaming on, bro?
So I've been gaming on kind of the usual, the huge, and so I guess most of my time has been playing 2K still. So still playing pretty much every night or every other night with the homies. So still putting in the time there, grinding for my character and my badges. Then I've also been playing a little FIFA. So FIFA 24 just came out about 2 weeks ago. So I've been putting in my time with FIFA 24 and then Overwatch 2. I haven't really played too much Madden this year, even though I did not buy it, have it game flied. So I'm not in a rush to play that. I did try to play it, but the way the CPU played, it wasn't as good as last year's version. So I haven't really dove too much into it. So mostly spending my time between FIFA, Overwatch, and 2K. So, but I am saving myself for the next single player game that's going to come into my life. And I am excited to kind of add that to the repertoire of games that I'm playing. Also downloaded, I haven't played it, but I did download Callisto Protocol. That was one of the free games on the PlayStation Plus account. So I did download it. I have not, no, I didn't download it. Sorry, added to my account. But I haven't downloaded it yet. So that's another game that's I'm in the shuffle for single players to play. But we'll see about that one. I'm gonna have to hold that one off a little bit later.
Okay. I gotta go.
Pretty much what I'm gaming on.
Okay, as for me, I've been playing on. I had some games on my phone that my daughters put on here. I
Got games on your phone?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what these games were, but I was playing them at work, and I can't even remember the name of them because I deleted them. But other than that, I haven't been gaming on anything. But I will be. I gotta tell my story, but I will be after tomorrow. I will be doing some gaming at some point after tomorrow. So anyway, real quick, K-Bomb, I'm gonna open up this first question because I gotta go hit this breaker box. My wife threw something off upstairs, so I gotta turn that back on. I don't know what she did, but take over from here. We're gonna be talking about what's coming up tomorrow. DJ Fanatic, aka First Name Basis. Welcome to the Shizzo. All right, go ahead, bro. Take over from here. And the thought is, are you excited about what's coming tomorrow? Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Wonder. I'll be right back like a second. Go ahead.
All right, since he kind of just laid it in my lap, let me go ahead and take that hand off. So part of the conversation we're going to talk about, as we kind of led into it, is the two. I guess that these would be the Christmas time, fourth quarter heavy hitters that's coming out. Right, this is, I guess, the beginning of the heavy hitters. Because you still got Call of Duty still coming out this year. That comes out in November every year.
Nobody's studying Call of Duty.
Million people is the reason
Ain't
why
nobody studying Call of Duty.
top 5 every year so game, but you can continue to hate
a bunch of zombies who don't really know what good gaming is go out there and buy that trash every year.
Those people are called casuals, and they run the market. But that's a whole
zombies,
kind of
zombies, brainless.
But the back to the conversation, I thought he was supposed to be gone. So the game the game I'm most excited about, and I actually have this in my GameFly Q. Actually, I got a notification today that it is in the mail. It's Spider-Man 2. So I've actually been watching some gameplay of it. Got a
What?
chance to watch the Digital Foundry's breakdown of Spider-Man 2,
Let's
and
go
it
over
is
here.
a
Digital
gorgeous
Foundry.
looking game. Got a
Digital
chance to catch
Foundry.
up on some of the reviews, and I guess we're going to talk about that a little bit too. That so far, this is in Insomniac's first game in the '90s.
Disarm me first.
I'm hearing. I don't know if it's first, but it's they haven't. I know they haven't been there in a while. But they're in the '90s right now as far as the Metacritic goes for the Spider-Man game, and they're very very excited for that. And I've been hearing a lot of good things about this game. I think Insomniac has mastered the PS5 architecture, and I think it shows in their uses of this game as far as ray tracing on every single level of every single, I guess, performance level of this game, from the 30 frames per second, the 40 frames per second, the 60 frames per second. Every piece of it uses ray tracing. Even are using ray traces in areas that you wouldn't expect for a console game to use, producing great shadows and light and color and hue and saturation and stuff like that. So I me personally, that's the game I'm most excited about coming out tomorrow. Like I said, I will be playing that. So hopefully, when we have the podcast next week, I will be able to have some kind of insight as far as Spider-Man 2. It's not going to take over my gaming because I still do enjoy playing the multiplayer with the homies, but it will be in the rotation of what I play. So that's kind of the game is on the spectrum for me. And I know, Keith, you are also, I guess you're not getting it as of yet, but how do you feel about Spider-Man 2 coming out tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Well, shout out to Insomniac. You're right. This is what their first time in a long time, not first, sorry, in a long time getting back to this level of scores, I guess, or universal.
Acclaim.
What's that? Acclaim. I don't. Is that the word I wanted? Praise, universal praise, probably.
Okay.
It don't matter. But I mean, you can argue and say they really have always been putting out great content. Ratchet and Clank. I still hadn't got that. I still plan to get that. But I do have the other two Spider-Man games on PC. And they, man, listen, they are proving to be a very worthy of the praise developer. So yes, I'm very excited about Spider-Man. Like Kayvon said, I love the draw distance and how now when you look off into the city and you look in New York, it's detailed, even all the way extended their shadows and all this other stuff. It's really, really beautiful. I can't wait to play it. Even though I am gonna wait to play it. I mean, I did contemplate. I was like, man, these little boys gonna make me buy a PlayStation. I don't know, maybe we'll see. But I told them, I said, listen, y'all gotta beat Spider-Man and Miles Morales first before we talking about Spider-Man 2, because right now y'all just swinging around. If you want to swing around, I got what your mama used to say. I got Spider-Man at the house.
You got Spider-Man at the house, homie. That's funny.
So
You just
I'm not
swinging around.
I ain't finna go spend $500, $600 on you for you to swing around in the city. Absolutely not.
So,
But hold on, I do want to say one thing though, and I was kind of trying to playing around with this in my head. They got Wolverine coming. Insomniac is doing Wolverine. How would y'all feel if Sony Insomniac just went ahead and just took the mantle and said, we're doing the Marvel games? Yes, I know there's an incredible Guardians of the Galaxy game. I think that was a Square
you said
Enix.
incredible. Look at you.
Yeah, that was an incredible game.
You finally finished it.
Yeah. It was good.
Okay.
But I mean, Spider-Man. I mean, we can kind of guess that Wolverine is going to be amazing, right? I think we can assume. I think they earned that right. They've earned that right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
To
have.
say
They've
we can-
earned us the okay.
No, they have.
I was gonna go
They
John
have.
Shaw for a second. I was gonna go John
No,
Shaw
because
for a second.
if
Go ahead.
it was another studio like Nintendo saying that they was gonna make something, you would be like, well, it's Nintendo. I know they're gonna give me something high quality, and Insomniac has earned that. I wouldn't mind if they went deeper into X-Men and gave us all of it. And the reason I was toying around with this in my head is because I'm looking at Rocksteady, who I think made some of the most incredible superhero Batman games. They
That is true.
didn't explore.
Rest of DC.
They didn't explore the rest of DC. I mean, there was always this rumor of the Superman game coming, and it never came. And now Rocksteady's over there trying to give us Suicide Squad, this not free to play. I'm sorry, games as a service type game, and it's like, no, Warner Brothers, DC, what y'all doing? Like, this is Rocksteady, right? But so it just made me just really appreciate Insomniac, and I hope that they stay on course with making these games, and if they have to be Sony exclusives, so be it. It is what it is.
Okay, well, let me send a shout out to Lurking Ghoul. Welcome to the show. Said, what's up, guys? Long time no talk. Hey, that's what's up. We here. So, welcome to the show. And all those that are also tuning in, we up to about 7 right now. Y'all let us know who you be. But yes, Spider-Man 2 is on the horizon. Excited about it. We heard K-Bum take. We got a little bit from Mr. Norris. So let's kind of dive deeper into this conversation. Right now, I'm playing Digital Foundry, since K-Bum brought it up there, showing all the goodness that kind of previewing some of the goodness of the game, and also showing some of the other stuff Insomniac has made. So, for me, I guess my first question is, what are your expectations when it comes to this particular entry? I know, Keith, you said you were playing Miles Morales, and you also played the original Spider-Man, so you kind of got a taste of what this franchise and this series of games have to offer. K-Bum, you've also played the same I have as well. So we all know what this story trilogy has been. I don't even know if we can call it a trilogy yet. It's 2, but we have 3 entries. How would you play that? Is Miles Morales like a DLC 4?
Yeah, Miles Morales is more DLC than it is a third, second entry.
Okay, so this 2.5.
Well, I wouldn't call it DLC. It's more like the lost
story or something.
Lost Legacy.
No. Lost Legacy. It's like that. It's not. It's bigger than a DLC, but it's not. It's not a
2. It can't. Yeah, because they put
it's not a 2.
Okay, exactly. But anyway, we know that there's 2 titles, whether Lost Legacy and the original, into this universe and in this world with Miles Morales and, of course, Peter Parker. So we've got introduced to it. The first one came out on the PlayStation 4. Was amazing game. Miles Morales kind of kicked off the PlayStation 5 about 3 years ago. Now we got Spider-Man 2 coming back into the same space, the same world, but a new villain, which is Kraven the Hunter. And we also see Venom. And there's probably going to be some surprises into this game. So let's just peel back the layers, and we're going to talk about it, because we got to get to Mario Wonder, K-Bum, and I want the same participation, excitement. Anyway, let me stop. So let's kind of pull back the layers. Let's first deal with story, and then we'll go to, visuals and gameplay and all that. But story-wise, K-Bum, Keith Norris, what are you desiring from this particular story? What do you want? Do you want about the same? Do you want it to be amped up? Like kind of give us your thoughts. What are you wanting from a story with this particular entry? Whoever want to go first?
I'll go ahead and go first.
Okay,
I'll go first because I did want to address the Keith's point really quickly that he said before we switched over. I wouldn't want Insomniac to take over kind of the Avengers franchise because that would make it a PlayStation only type of thing, and I think everyone should have access to it. So I
Kid,
would.
you see my lips? You see
I would
my
actually want
lips?
that.
I'm tooting like I'm like, K-Ball, whatever. It ain't gonna hurt
no,
you not one way or the other.
No,
you got
no,
the
it's
PlayStation.
it's the truth. No, it's the truth. I'm sorry. I've always been a gamer first, and I've said that very
So
loudly.
you should. So Insomniac should put
I-
Spider-Man on the Xbox Series X.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that either. I'm not. What I'm saying is that I don't think Insomniac should be the ones taking over the Avengers. I think they should still allow some other company that's going to allow it to be third parties, and on both consoles that should be the team that takes over and does the Avengers, not Insomniac, because I wouldn't want the entire Marvel universe to be set on one console.
I feel you, but they just doing such a good job.
They are. They are, and I think the single player.
Hold up.
That's mean.
Let me send a shout out to Miss Nia. What's up? Long time, Nia. Hey, friends. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Always.
Smash, bro.
Let's go hard, K-Ball. Back on you.
No,
It's
no
your
problem.
flow.
I think they're doing a great job with kind of the singular character stories, but I wouldn't want them to have the entire Marvel universe to pick and play with. I still think that needs to be multi-plat. But that's my take. I'll leave it at that. Believe it if you want to, but yeah, that's my take. But as Level said, story. All right, so I thought the first Spider-Man game, outside of the missions with Mary Jane, I thought they told an excellent story with Spider-Man. I thought it was emotional. I thought it was a roller coaster. I enjoyed every bit of it. I wasn't too big on the Harry piece, what was going on there, but I thought the overall story, the reveal at the end, everything. I thought it was a very good story. I thought it was an excellent ride from beginning to end, and this is someone again who loves story. I thought Miles Morales' story was good. I don't think it was as good as the first Spider-Man, but I thought they did justice to the character.
I got pushback on that one.
Well, that's no problem. Push away, because I didn't think the uncle was as impactful in the game as it was in the movies. Right, just seeing how the uncle was impactful in the movies. I didn't see that same. I didn't feel the same way. I thought the movie did the story better. Maybe that's what I'm measuring it to, is the movie as well. So I thought it was a good story though. So I'm expecting for these characters to be fleshed out even more. I'm expecting an impact for the Spider-Man suit. I expect there to be interactions and a conflict between the Spider-Man due to the issues with the Black Venom suit. I expect some surprises with cameos with characters popping in, because the Spider-Man universe is pretty big, as we've seen in these movies. And I'm hoping for a good character arc for Venom, right? Because I actually saw something that mentioned that he may even get a spin-off. And I think that would be very cool. So I'm definitely expecting bigger, better, more at stake for this story. A roller coaster, great interaction between the characters. I hope it flows well, switching between the Spider-Man, because they are very different. And
yeah,
so
that's good. That's a concern of mine too. It's a concern that. And let me send a shout out to Chariot Man. What's up, man? Chariot Man Gaming said, "What's up, guys? What's up, bro? Welcome to the show." Let's go. So, yeah, that was a good point, K-Bum. That's a concern of mine with the story. Will the interaction between both Miles and Peter disrupt? When like Kratos, I go to Kratos and Atreus. For me,
boy,
yeah, sometimes the not necessarily story. So maybe I can't say story was affected, but the gameplay. So we'll get there. So maybe we'd bring that up on gameplay. Every time you would switch between Atreus and Kratos, Atreus' gameplay was distraction after a while for me. But anyway, so I hope, but I don't think that'll be an issue because both the Spider-Mans are fun to play. You know, they got different abilities.
I was gonna say, like, who would be a distraction though? Like,
well, you know, Miles got different abilities and then you got the Venom suit that's gonna be different from the regular Spider-Man to Miles' powers. So I'm curious how that's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be some differences. But for the most part, it's still, like you said, it's still Spider-Man. So it might not be a legit concern, but it was a thought of mine. Go ahead, my bad.
K-Ron, were you finished?
Yeah, I was done. You can take it.
Well, I can't say too much, because I admittedly still hadn't finished the first Spider-Man, 2018. But I did finish Miles, and I do appreciate and like the story of it. I'm not gonna say much, but I do like how there was some reveals that his mom needed to see, and just the character development there, and the emotion behind it.
Yeah,
and I think bringing that, his story, and we already know Peter has a lot of emotion with what in his story, and bringing those together, I just think it's going to make a well-rounded piece of art, if I can say that. You know, I think it's going to be a well-rounded game, because not only are they going to have their own conflicts together fighting different things, but they also have the opportunity to, hey, Miles has to go do this, Peter has to go do this, and this is more relatable to them. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to do with the other one. So I think there's a lot of opportunity, and I think I saw that Mary Jane is back. My God. But they said it. From some of the reviews I saw that her story parts, you know, kind of add to it. I don't know, but I think it's going to be a very emotional, very tight game. I saw 16 minutes of IGN and that story when and this isn't a spoiler. I believe it's the beginning of the game. Peter is at a school, that's all I'm gonna say, and Miles is there, and then they had to run off. I just thought that was cool that they had to just, you know, they had to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like in a video game, Spider-Man, I don't know. But, and then he had to, anyways, I can't say too much. Y'all can watch it. I'm not going to say anything and spoil it yourself. I want to say it because it was so good, and I was sitting there watching it like it was a show. Right. But it was really good. So I think the story's going to be, I don't think you have to worry about the story, basically.
Okay.
So.
Now, I would say this. Now, I played the games kind of in a different, I didn't play the original Spider-Man. I played Miles Morales. Then I went back and played Spider-Man, the original. And that's why I was going to kind of push back, because I personally felt like Miles Morales' story had a lot more emotion. Even though, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of emotion between Peter Parker and Dr. Octavius and that whole arc. And the what's the Asian professor? What was his name? I can't think of. The one that ran the homeless shelter and where Aunt May worked.
Negative.
The negative, yes. So it was. Don't get me wrong. There was a lot of the first story was excellent, but I think Miles, even though it wasn't as developed and wide stretching as the original story, I felt like the emotion between Miles and his friend, his friend, love interest, and that whole dynamic had a depth to it that the original one, Spider-Man, didn't. So I saw a progression in story depth. It wasn't as big of a game, but the story left you on the edge of your seat. Like I was really, if you haven't played Miles Morales, the end battle really has you torn. Because you fight, and it was the same with the original, with Peter Parker and Dr. Octavius, but it didn't feel the same as when Miles and what's the girl's name that he was fighting? his friend, and you know what she was trying to do, and that whole thing. It really drew me in, and I guess maybe the music and everything that came with Miles Morales just to me up the ante, going back to the original Spider-Man. So for this one, with the introduction of Venom and the suit that he gonna be black Spider-Man, and you know the turmoil of Peter and trying to stay his righteous self, and you know that suit compromising that, plus Miles trying to be his friend. I can see a lot more of Miles Morales drama that was in the Miles Morales title come into this title. I think it's going to be a great story to see him and Peter and Miles be friends, and probably at some point be enemies, and Peter be enemies with a lot of different people. And I'm curious about this Kraven the Hunter Venom dynamic. I have some theories, but I'm curious how that's going to be as well. So I'm excited about the story and where the story could potentially go. Like, you know, even from the early views when they was kind of showing Peter in the black suit and his anger, and you know, you see Miles like questioning what's wrong with Peter. Like, to me, that's going to add some stuff to it. Even though we know this as comic book nerds and people who keep up with this stuff, we know that that's what happens with Peter when he has that suit. But I think Insomniac's storytelling has been really good. It has progressed from the original to Miles, and I think it's going to be even better in this one. So I'm excited about where the story going to go, because Miles had left me on a cliffhanger. I was like, man, I felt like that mattered. With that being said, I see a lot of chatter going on. Somebody brought up Spider-Man and how Wolverine, and how Wolverine will be exclusive to Sony. Kind of going back to that question that you said, Keith, that Insomniac should take over all Marvel. Wolverine is not owned by Sony. We know Spider-Man is. So that would be interesting. But anyway, let's go into.
I did want to say before we roll to it, I got a just very quick statement I want to give, and kind of my reason why I say what I said about Miles Morales. To me, and this kind of, I didn't like it, but that's I didn't like the fact of I didn't like it. I didn't like how I felt. To me, the ending of Spider-Man Miles Morales fell flat to me as far as emotion, and that's why I gave the nod to Spider-Man, because the ending felt it didn't hit me, and so I was kind of like, eh. So that's why the reason why I give the visual Spider-Man, even though I enjoy the story of Miles, but the ending was kind of like, I think I disagree with the decision you had to make at the end. I'm like, I don't even agree with that decision. So it kind of fell flat for me. But that was my personal take. So that's a personal opinion.
And that's what
about it.
That's what brought me in, was that decision and what it did. Now, what left me flat was I felt like it should be more. I felt like there should have been more game. That's what was flat for me. Like, dang it, I'm done already. But the story, that dynamic between them got me. But anyway, so let's go to the next thing. So we know we got visuals. We can talk visuals. Do we want to talk visuals? Do we want to talk gameplay?
Gameplay. I mean, everybody can see it. We can see it.
Yeah, the visuals is up. So this is where I'm concerned, is because like Batman, after a while, that formula did grow old, if that makes sense. Like, I'm scared that there may not be a new freshness in the gameplay and the combat system and the fight mechanics, all that stuff. I'm fearful of a been there, done that, and the story. If the story doesn't hold up, this could be I did this before. I did all this, even though it may be a new villain, a new plot, a new place. But what I'm doing, I have done. That's my concern. So, what do you say to that? I come to you first. I come back to you, K-Bum, then I come back to you, Keith. Go ahead, K-Bum.
Wait, what?
I said I'm gonna go to
He
K-Bug,
wants me to go. He wants
and
me
then
to
I'm
go.
gonna
Oh,
go to you.
okay.
A little confusion at first, but I think I caught it. Yeah. So I personally, I personally think that the gameplay uh, is going to be good because after spending all that time playing Spider-Man, the first one, I was just getting into my rhythm with the character and the powers, right? And to me, Miles' powers in the next one kind of just made it. I felt like he was on easy mode. Because I actually played Spider-Man very late. I played it right before the PS5 came out. So I still had those skills because it came out in 2018. I played it probably late 2019, early 2020, right? So I still had my Spider-Man skills when I went into Miles Morales, so it was kind of easy. But even with that, I still felt the gameplay was good and was so good that I still wanted to play more. Right, I still wanted to get better at beating up the bad guys. Right, so I don't fear um, personally me. I don't fear the gameplay. I think they give you enough of unique things to do that the gameplay doesn't get stale. And the way they kind of drip drizzle those abilities as the game goes on gives you another way to play the character and do cool things. So I'm not that afraid of the kind of the gameplay fatigue that you experience in some other games. I felt a little bit of that gameplay fatigue in God of War because you
Yeah.
pretty much use the first two weapons that you had the first game, so it didn't really feel unique. And I really wasn't a big fan of the other two weapons that you got a chance to use. So a lot of it was me going back to the original two weapons, but I don't really think that's going to happen in this one because they're going to give you new abilities and I personally think it's going to be fine. 'Cause I still didn't have enough. I felt like the gameplay was still wanting more with the gameplay when I finished either version of the game, Miles Morales or the original Spider-Man 2018. So that's my take.
Mr. Norris.
Yes, sir. So, sorry, I put my phone on my charger. Um, until you mentioned God of War, I was gonna give a little pushback as to say I don't think they should try to reinvent the wheel. But then I remember my experience playing God of War Ragnarok, and I remember getting fatigued, and I was like, okay. But Spider-Man is a little different. I thoroughly enjoyed the combat, the gameplay, and the fact that you have both Peter and Miles in this game. Where, like Kayvon was saying, I do agree. When playing with Miles, he has like a cheat code because of all the things
It's
that he can
cheat
do.
code, bro. It's just cheat.
He can do so much stuff. It's almost like he ain't even Spider-Man. He's Super Spider-Man or something. I don't know. And but with that being said, I mean, you do got the Venom suit to look forward to, and all of those things that it could potentially do, and how powerful it is, and like we've seen things that they wanted us to see, but we haven't seen it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's still that opportunity there, and like I said, I think Peter did get the Octavius. He got that in in 2018, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't even experienced that. So I don't even know what that's like. I hadn't even got that far yet. But seeing that was new for me, for incoming players. But and then you got the wingsuit. I mean,
Yeah,
you just
that looks
you
cool.
flying
Yeah,
around the
yeah, they
city.
were
I
just
mean,
showing
come
that.
on, that right there. And they
Right.
said, they can't do that on the PS4. Maybe another
Okay.
lie, maybe another truth. I don't know. But yeah, man,
But,
the gameplay
but
looks.
that's one of the things they talked about it early on with the SSD was how fast they can go with Spider-Man. That was the first tech demo
Big
they
demo, yeah, I
had with
remember.
SSD.
I
Yeah.
remember. But yeah, the gameplay looks fun, it looks inviting, it looks thrilling, it looks fast, like you would think a Spider-Man game would be. So I'm not worried. I think, and I don't excuse me, I don't think I won't get fatigued, especially if they can switch between the two at the right moments and create a good pace I think everything's gonna be okay.
Okay, like I said, that was not a big concern, but just for dialogue, I thought I'd bring it up. One concern that is a concern for me, legitimately, is the side quests. Are these side quests going to feel more meaningful than both the side quests in the original Spider-Man and the side quests in Miles Morales? To me, that was a weak point with both these games. I ended up doing a lot of the side quests because I didn't want to, when I was playing Spider-Man, I didn't want to beat it. So I started doing a lot of the side quests, and there was a lot of clear out this space of all the criminals, and then you had the back and forth between the law and the criminals, and then you became enemy number one, so you was fighting both the criminals and the law enforcers. So that came, I'm gonna be honest, that reminded me of Batman a little bit. How Batman started to get stale in that area. When you stayed on the main story, it never got old. But when you tried to drift away from the story just to get the most out of your purchase, those side missions kind of paled and was like, this didn't feel meaningful. I would say even God of War side quests, some of those side quests felt like, wow, that was dope. I was glad I did that. I never felt like that with either Spider-Man or Miles Morales. So that could be improved for me.
Ragnarok side quest?
It was a few, like when you set the big old jellyfish or whatever that was free.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, it was a few. That's why I said it was a few side quests that was interesting. When you find the crazy beast in the one place, you got to go set it free, and you fight one of the I forgot what that boss was. It had some dope side quests that felt important. I never felt like there was many important side quests in Spider-Man, and that'd be a place that I hope that they improve. But other than that, in graphics, I'm not even going to worry about graphics. We see it. Visually, it's going to be retarded. So, but yeah, side quests would be a place that I could see some improvement on. So go ahead.
I almost 100% the first Spider-Man game, not including DLC.
Okay.
Because I enjoyed the side quests. I almost 100%. I think I was at 90, 92, 93, somewhere in the high 90 percentages for that first Spider-Man game. Because I didn't mind the side quest. I even did the whole balloon thing. I did where you had to chase down the robots or the drones.
The birds.
The birds. Yeah, the birds. You had to chase down.
That got on my nerves after a while. I was like, I'm tired of chasing these birds.
I did almost all of that, bro. I thoroughly enjoyed the side quests and stuff for I didn't think everything was amazing, but I cleared out all those buildings. I cleared every last one of them. I did the same thing for Miles Morales. It didn't like I said, cause
it got samey for me after a while. Like this was the same. It wasn't that it was bad. It was the same. It was just the same thing. You doing it in a different section of the town, but it's the same fetch quest or the same thing. It wasn't nothing special. I'm like, man, I did this like 5 times. Find the birds, find this kiosk, find this, and set it up, and then you got access to that place. And I was like, after a while, it just started feeling empty. And it's like, I'm going to go ahead and finish the game. I've done a lot of these. I feel like I got my money's worth. Let's finish this. And that's kind of what it was for me. It didn't feel important after a while. Like if I use Tears of the Kingdom, there's a lot of side quests that felt important. Like if you didn't do it, it was going to factor into the story. And that's what I mean. Like, if you don't go to that town and find what you need to find, there's an element of the story you're gonna miss. If you don't go and do all find all the stone and take those pictures and take them back and get them deciphered, there's an element of the story that you will miss. You don't have to do it, but it plays into the overarching story. Whereas in Spider-Man, none of the side quests felt like it affected anything in the main story. It's just, do this. We got a lot of stuff here, almost like Ubisoft. We got a lot of stuff for you to do. Do it. if you want to. It's meaningless. It wasn't boring. It was just after a while it was the same stuff, just a different place. Same stuff, different area. And that kind of got old for me. But no, I say that. I hope that improves. But any other thoughts before we get off Spider-Man?
Yeah, I got a few more thoughts. Careful, level. Those words might come back to bite you in the next segment.
I know. I thought the same with Wonder, with Mario Wonder. Same thing. Go ahead.
I think Spider-Man suffer right now. Very beautiful game, but I think Spider-Man suffers from what those early Grand Theft Auto games used to suffer. Beautiful world to play in, but you really couldn't actually interact with the world like that. And I think that's, to me, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. To me, what I see is like it's this beautiful world you can swing into, but the only time you go in buildings is when there's actually a story segment going on. Other than that, if there's no story segment going on, you're just outside doing things. Kind of making me feel like all the way back to Spider-Man 2 on the was it the GameCube or N64? It was whatever. But that's not for me. That's not a negative. I think the game is still fantastic as it is. But until they start opening those things up, I think it's going to feel, and I'm doing air quotes here, samey until they start opening up their world. They just expanded the world and made it bigger, but you still can't really do anything with those buildings, right?
Right.
And I had another point. Oh, K-Bone brought it up. He said he was 98%. Have y'all been noticing that a lot of people have already platinum Spider-Man 2? If you go and you read some of these reviewers and stuff and listen to some of this stuff on X or Twitter, everybody's been platinuming this game before it even came out. And I don't know if that means that the game was just that good that they couldn't put it down, or it's that easy. I don't know, but a lot of people have platinum. Yeah, a lot of people have platinum this game already.
Okay, that's what's up.
I just thought that was interesting.
I'm gonna pull up the review.
You say that.
I'm gonna pull up the review real quick. So right now, it's sitting at a 91 on Metacritic. Let me see. Yeah, so it's sitting at a 91. Some of the highest scores are coming. It's let me see. Critic review is 91. And it says you got IGN Portugal. They gave it a 100. PlayStation Universe gave it a 100. Area Jungon.
They're not biased. They're not
93.
biased at all.
I don't know how to say that.
Area Hungones.
Area Hungones. Okay. 93. Post Arcade. National Post 90. Gaming Bible 90. IndieWire 83. So it's doing pretty good in reviews. So I'm pretty sure there's more reviews in that. I'm gonna read what IGN Portugal had to say. It said, I can label Marvel's Spider-Man 2 as one of the best PlayStation 5 games, but the truth is that would be an understatement because Insomniac's sequel has gone straight into my top of the best games ever. Wow. That's too biased. Let's move on from that one. Full of emotional highs.
If somebody said that about Tears of the Kingdom, you wouldn't say that. Come on, man. Don't be that.
I'll finish.
Come on, man.
I said I'll finish. Something has gone straight into my top. The top of my the best games ever. The depth of the city, which has been expanded with additional districts, is impressive. The gameplay is always enjoyable, and so is the combat. Marvel and Insomniac has outdone themselves on the narrative side with a story about tragedy overcoming friendship and love. I can find room for improvement in the AI of some opponents and in certain facial animations, for example, details that don't detract from what is an absolute masterpiece that was as gamers should. And it stops right there. I need to go to the whole thing. So gamers should applaud, hoping for more. So that was IGN Portugal. K-Bum, I read it. Dang it. Where did it go? Okay, so let me go back. I'll read one more review, and then I'll let y'all kind of get y'all thoughts on some of these reviews. So PlayStation Universe says, full of emotional highs. That speaks to me because that's what I want. That will make you get out of your chair and cheer at the screen in a way that few games have managed to achieve in recent memory. Marvel Spider-Man 2 represents Insomniac Games operating at the apex of its considerable powers. Spectacle and amazing. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is a superior spectacle stuffed action adventure that provides players with the ultimate superhero fantasy, full of surprising heart and dedicated moments that balance beautifully with the sort of blockbuster superhero bombast that its developers has refined to a fine art. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is a towering tyrantly polished, unparalleled masterpiece that refines. Let me go to the rest. That refines to an fine art. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is a towering, polished, unpolished masterpiece that refines the superhero video gaming genre at large and is better than the previous two games in every way imaginable. This is exactly what you've been waiting for. Okay, I like that. So it sounds like the game is living up to the expectation, and it's going to be good. So I'm excited. I won't have it tomorrow, and I'm gonna explain why. So, as I said earlier, I went and ordered the game on Best Buy, and for whatever reason, their online wouldn't let me make the store my pickup location. So I had to have it mailed to my house, and I was thinking, well, I can go back and change it to in-store pickup later, which it wouldn't let me. So now I have to wait probably to sometime next week to get both Mario Wonder and Spider-Man 2. So I wanted to play it tomorrow, but I probably won't be playing it to sometime next week. So, but it's all good. And they canceled my little poster from Mario. Anyway. So, anything else on this particular title?
I think we're good.
Okay. I think the reviews are going to be it's going to be kind of faithful to those reviews. Out of Insomniac, I mean, they always put out great content, so I don't expect anything less, to be honest with you.
Okay. So the other game that's coming out tomorrow is, of course, I can't show any of this. If I can find someone playing it that I may be able to get away with their gameplay, I may find something. But that is Super Mario Brothers Wonder. This is the latest entry into the 2D platforming Mario universe. They have changed it up. No longer are we in the Mushroom Kingdom. We're actually in what they call the Flower Kingdom. So I guess we can kind of go how we tackled Spider-Man. And I will start with Keith on this one. Keith, what are you expecting? What are you looking for with this new entry into the Super Mario World 2D platforming space? What are you looking for as a Mario fan? Go ahead.
Ooh, boy. Listen, I think I don't even know, man. And the way you felt when you first saw this game is how I feel now. Now I've seen more and more of this game come out. Hear me out.
I didn't like it when I first saw it.
When you first saw this, you was like, they not really pushing it as far as they can go.
Yeah, right.
So I was more optimistic, like, no, man, let's see. They just gave us a little bit. Let's see what they do. I saw what they did, and I was like, dang, I think Level was right. I don't think they pushing it, and I still kind of feel that way. I don't think they are pushing this game or the 2D Marios as far as it goes. Like, I see the wonder, I see it, but I know how Nintendo operates, and I know it's not organic. If you know what I mean. I know it's not organic. It's not gonna, or maybe it will be. I don't know, but it doesn't seem organic. It seemed like specific gameplay set pieces, like hit this flower at this point of the game. The music changes, and I don't know if I really want to sit there and go through that. The only saving grace is I know that Mario games typically get difficult. Right, I think we all know that Mario games typically get difficult and they become more challenging. Even Kirby became more challenging if you get far enough in that game. And being able to play with my boys. But other than that, I was just looking at it like I don't really feel like doing this. You know, kind of like how I didn't buy Smash Brothers. I was like, I know it's quality.
You didn't play Smash?
I didn't play this. I didn't play the last Smash Brothers.
But we got Smash Bros. Though.
So, and you're showing it right there, man. We're gonna get shut down. Are you playing the video?
I'm playing game. I'm playing game stops review. So hopefully, and I'm not playing it. I just stopped it. It's just.
Okay. So it makes me nervous. Anytime you mess with Nintendo, they come in with their swords.
They ninjas every time, don't they?
But no, man. But no, it looks good. Of course, I'm probably going to end up getting the game. But a little bit of me just felt like I didn't really feel like doing it because I just felt like it was going to be an empty feeling. Because one of the reviews I saw was saying that it's the best looking Mario. It brings them back to Super Mario World, and I'm like, Super Mario what? So that is not Super Mario World. That is not an evolution of Super Mario World. I'm sorry.
Fair use. Thank you, DJ Fanatic. Fair use, Nintendo.
Yes,
fair use.
You think that will save you?
It better. Fair use. I'm trying to promote your game.
Nintendo don't care. Cancel. But no, but I will say the positives. I love all the little new animations and the little nuances. The Goombas. And how they're sleeping with
bite now.
Yes, and they bite. Miyamoto said this is what he always wanted them to do. I'm like, you could have did that on the GameCube, but GameCube was powerful enough to do that. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm probably going to get it, but I'm still kind of on the fence. I don't know if I really want to do it. Not comparing it to like Ori or anything like that, but those types of games, or even their own Metroid type of games, it's like, man, we're like genre defining, push this game to the limits. And I feel like they tried some new things with the badges and trophies or whatever.
Fair use.
But I don't know.
Fair use, Nintendo. Don't shut us down, Nintendo. Fair use. I see everybody talking. They coming. Fair use. Anyway, Mr. K-Bub,
I agree, Nia.
K-Bub, you got any you want to share on Mario Wonder?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
It's a platformer, right? That's how the 2D Mario works, right? It's a platformer. You go from one side of the screen to the other side of the screen.
Anyway,
right?
let me go ahead. Right? I'm done. Let me move on. I'm not gonna let you do this.
Do what?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'll go for it. I'll go for it. I'll give my 2 cents about it. So I think it's because you have to be careful. You say certain words because Nintendo fans get triggered. So I'm just be careful with the words I've used. But no, it looks like it's gonna be a fun game. I mean, it's a platformer, and I'm not a fan of platformers, but apparently you can continue to innovate with platformers, and people continue to buy. So more power to them. But for what I've seen, I think it looks good. I think as far as graphic wise, I think it looks good, and I have.
Oh, the ninjas already got K-Bub. I don't know, man. They got K-Bub already.
Real bugs.
Oh, okay, there you go. Okay.
What, sound like a robot?
Yeah,
they
shutting us down. And we still running, y'all. K-Bub got me scared up here. We still live. Go ahead, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off. I'm gonna go ahead and just pass it off there. I'm going to.
Oh no, I do. I know before you go there, but I will push back on that one thing that I kind of heard you say is how you can innovate on the platform. I will say this. And this is my perspective now. And I think you have to change your perspective especially when you're talking about this. And I got to be careful. When I was a kid playing Super Mario World and 3 and all those other ones, I was a kid. Right now, I'm older, and I'm playing these games, and they're still fun. And this game still looks fun, even though I'm kind of like I don't feel like doing it. My kids were not doing that at the age that I was doing it. So when we say things like innovate and change the game, but you got to understand they don't have that experience. So you kind of have to keep it in the same vein. It has to be similar. It has to be an experience for them because the experiences that I had and I thought it was amazing, they should have also had an amazing experience without having to go back and play 20 frames per second Super Mario World. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm kind of phased out, but I still like playing it because it's high quality, but it's more for them. Because I heard somebody talk about the story. Oh my God, you saved the princess, or we already know what's going to happen. I don't remember playing Super Mario World, ever even knowing what the story was about. You know what I mean? All the way back then. So I don't think I ever played a Mario game from 2D, 3D, any of them really caring about the story. But when it comes to these younger kids playing these games, oh my God, did you play it?
Use. No, I'm not playing
anyway,
that. I'm tempted.
But when it comes to these younger kids, man, they don't have that experience. So I don't think Nintendo should have to change the game, to try to keep up with us when they could be catering to the younger us, if that makes sense. As they get older. So I don't know.
I would say for me, when I first saw it, my mind instantly went back to New Super Mario Bros. And I was like, even though I did buy the one on the Switch, on the Wii U.
You did that.
We all did because we didn't have no choice. It wasn't much. Zombie U and Mario and New Super Mario Bros. We had so seen that visual art style. That whole thing was so played out from the 3DS to the I think the Switch as well. I was just I was kind of like but then as I kept watching, and I think this is what Nintendo can do to me sometimes, and I probably need to stop watching. I was going to hold off on this title and get it at a later date. But then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? It's going to be the same price then as it will now.
The same price.
So I might as well jump in while it's exciting. And it did start to excite me. Now, I'm curious and I'm hoping.
Trick your mind.
No, for real. I think there's enough newness. I'm intrigued by some of the things I'm seeing with the Wonder Flowers, with the the elephant and the drill hat, and I don't really care about the bubbles. What they talking about with the boss battles being a little lot different. Mario's animations when he runs into one of the warps, and his hat kind of lingers back, and he grabs his hat, and before he walks out, he kind of looks and kind of scopes out the grounds before he walks out. All these little variations that they change that kind of brings Mario character back. And it kind of does take you back to that Mario 3 Super Mario World on the Super NES time. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I believe Mario is in desperate need of a makeover in the 2D world space. Some people will say this is the makeover. I'm not going to say that. I do believe it looks way better, a lot better, not way better, but a lot better than New Super Mario Bros. That whole line of 2D Mario games. It definitely looks more inspired, more engaged and intentional than that. But like you saying, Keith, I was at work and I was thinking, it would be nice to see Mario go into a graphical setting like a Ori and see the backdrops look that detailed. It would nice to see another protagonist other than Koopa. Antagonist other than Koopa. Maybe you're not, always saving some princess in a castle, or some fairy in a castle. But that is the foundation of Mario. That is what makes Mario what it is. So I understand them staying true to the essence and the culture that is Mario. But I can see some areas where I can see some improvement coming in. But I do feel like this is going to be a good game. There's never a terrible 2D Mario game. It's just we've been here and done that, and this one had enough difference.
Ooh, I'm happy you said that. Been there, done that. I wanted to say something like that, but I didn't want them ninjas to get on me.
Well, we but at the same time, that's what these games are for. They are for the been there, done that. We know that. We here for the challenge of platforming. So that's right. Where I would say this may differ from what I was kind of saying about Spider-Man 2. This game is all about challenging your skills in the platforming. And that never gets old. That's why New Super Mario Bros. Never felt old in the sense that I couldn't enjoy it. But it didn't have a lot of replay value for me once I beat it and conquered all their stages and tried to beat the extra stages that they have after the final. So I watched Active Gamer and all them, and maybe Keith them go for them extra tickets and stamps and whatever else. But for me, I always enjoy a good 2D Mario game, and we hadn't had one in a while. And to see them make some changes, I was like, you know what? And it's only $59.99. I thought it was going to be $69. I was like, man, but it's only $59.99. So I was like, yeah, I'll get it now. And I was hoping to play it tomorrow, but that ain't going to happen. So I'm excited about it. I get to play it with my daughters. This will be actually one that I will play with them. I didn't want to play 3D World, so I let them play that. But I will play this with my little girls and see what it's all about. So I'm excited for it. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, when they said no collision, I was like, Now I'm intrigued. I will say that. Oh my God, I hate the chaotic nature of these Mario games of the past. Like you picking folks up, throwing them in lava. That ain't funny. I don't play that. I'm from an era where we used to pass the controller. You're not finna pick me up and throw me in the lava. You're not finna eat me, Yoshi. Wait, can he still do that? I don't know. But
I'm trying to see how Yoshi carrying Elephant Mario. Like, how is this gonna work?
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Now,
but yeah,
go ahead. You weren't finished. I interrupted. My bad.
Man, I'm finished. I ain't got nothing else to say. We'll see.
So I am intrigued. I want to see how these wonder powers change up the game. Like seeing the silhouette stages where Mario's kind of blacked out, and seeing the bull rush or whatever they version of a bull and the rush, and seeing all these variations. And I'm curious how the boss, because I'm pretty sure the wonder powers are going to affect boss battles, and so there is something here that separates it from New Super Mario World, New Super Mario Bros. The visuals look better. Mario is way more animated than we ever seen in a while. So I think it's well worth the purchase as a Mario fan. I don't think I'm gonna be let down by this title, but I ain't looking for nothing earth shattering either. So, but I am excited, and this will be it for me. This will end the original Switch for me. This will be the last title that I possibly purchased on this system until they bring me something.
But you don't know when the new Switch is coming out, though.
I don't care. There's nothing else that they've shown me that I want.
Well, Mario Adventures?
I don't want Mario RPG.
What about Peaches?
I ain't studying. I watched that when they made the $1 billion at the box office. I don't need Peaches. I'm good. I may buy that. I may buy that for my daughters. I'm saying for me, this will be it. That's it for me. Mario Wonder is the last Switch game that I ain't buying for myself. Everything else I get will be something my daughters want or my oldest daughter want, because I'm going to gift her this, and I'm just going to patiently wait for whatever they got coming next. So it'll be a PlayStation 5, whatever they got coming next for me. I'm done with the Switch after this title. That's it. I'm over it. I'm done with you, Switch. Sorry. That's it.
We'll see.
That's it. There's nothing else unless Metro Prime 4 comes and it's on the Switch and we
don't do that.
That's why I'm praying that don't happen. So for me, this is the final game for me for the Switch, y'all. This is me giving the salute and saying thank you for the 7 years of fun, but I'm moving on.
Thank you for the memories.
Thank you for the memories. So anyway,
Nia had she asked us about Charles Martinet. I'll say I had a chance to meet him, but I didn't meet him. But I had a chance to meet him. No, you know what? Those little wahoos and anybody can do it, but it's just I guess when they revealed the person behind it and knowing that he's been going to those events and how his celebrity, air quotes here, has grown with the Mario franchise, like, does it affect the gameplay? Nah, it don't affect the games at all, but it is kind of like a changing of the guard, like, oh man, a part of history is gone, or the legendary voice actor for Mario, woohoo, is gone.
If they didn't announce it, if they didn't make a big announcement that Charles will be stepping down as the voice of Mario, and he just retired and we knew nothing about it, will we know?
Yes.
Would we tell the difference? I mean, for me, I don't. So I'm asking.
Yeah,
can y'all tell the difference?
I heard some of the beeps and boops and stuff that's in the new one, and it doesn't sound like him.
Okay, because I know with Batman that was in Optimus Prime and all that, like that was serious. Like I said, it's a Mario. Hey, it ain't like Mario having 15 million like full conversations. It's just a woohoo, wah. I mean, I loved him. I did, but I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't as invested in that side of Mario as others. It was dope in Mario 64 when you first heard him. That was dope. The life that it brought, and you could pull the face and all that. It's to me, all that was dope. But to answer your question, Nia, I don't think we gonna.
He don't care. He don't care.
I'm trying to. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Give me a chance to explain. It ain't that I don't care. I'm just trying to be just legit and real. I don't think it's going to affect us as much as Nintendo may have praised his retiring. That was dope. It was cool. But I don't think because of Mario and his lack of talking, I don't think it'd be like the person who voiced all the grunts of Link leaving.
There was multiple people. Like there was a lot of people
point.
who did that.
That's my point.
So many people.
Yeah, so I'm like, are we really gonna be? It may sound woohoo, may sound like woohoo. Are we really finna trip off of? Wait a minute, he didn't do woohoo right. He said woohoo. I'm like, oh come on, y'all, stop it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking. So I feel like I'm wrong for saying
Thank
it.
you for playing my game.
Yeah, you can do it, Keith. Let Keith for Mario voice. Look, that's what I'm saying. So
what a check
oh man, I don't think it's gonna affect me. I don't miss it.
Check it.
I don't miss him. I ain't missing him like that, So, yeah, I don't think. I think we tried to make that bigger than what it was. Or Nintendo tried to make that bigger than what it was. I'm sorry. Thank you, Charles. I
I will say that it is weird they even announced that though.
Yeah, because Nintendo. That's because it's more important to them than it is to us. Now, if y'all go sit up here on this show and act like y'all really cared about the woohoos and the wahas, I'm doing that. Slap yourself. If you didn't, you ain't missed. As long as Mario jumping and slinging and I do like this. I was watching it and they got like a way to where Mario got power-ups that he can throw out a vine and grip the wall and like a slingshot. I don't know if you saw that.
That's the. It's not trophy. It's something that you can.
Yeah,
but you can only do one of them at a time. You can only do one at a time.
Yeah. You got to pick and choose which power up or upgrade you get. But I thought that was dope. So those type of things, you know what I'm saying, is making me feel like this game is going to be a little different. So with that being said, I don't have much else to say. Like I said, I was hoping to play it tomorrow and really get my feel for the game. It may show up Saturday, it may show up Sunday, and I don't know, because they even doing all week long delivery. So I may get it on Sunday, but man, I was trying to get it tomorrow. I was trying to get it changed over, but they wouldn't let me do it. I'm like, how can you not just say, hey, we're not shipping it no more. He's gonna pick it up. I'm like, y'all, it was stupid. So anyway, anything else? What we moving to? Microsoft.
ABK.
ABK. What's ABK?
Activision.
Oh, okay, so
it's done.
Activision Blizzard King.
Okay,
Sorry.
So Microsoft has finally closed the deal. It's a done deal, y'all. Microsoft has Call of Duty, has Overwatch, has is it World of Warcraft? They got all this under their belts. Diablo, all that, they have it. So the question is, what's next? So I guess they do have some games coming because Call of Duty is around the corner. Would that affect them this year? Or would that probably won't affect them this year?
It's still their money. It is their money getting made now. So
wait a minute. So
their bottom
line.
So
when does Activision? When does it go into effect that they are actually?
Now.
Oh, so it is now. Okay.
Now.
So whatever
right
comes now comes to Microsoft.
Yes, they are Microsoft now.
So Microsoft do have some games, y'all. They got Call of Duty and.
So I saw someone online arguing, saying, "Y'all talk about Sony. Look at all the first-party games from Microsoft, and all they did was listed Overwatch, Call of Duty, Diablo, Candy Crush." I'm like, Candy Cruch first-party game? Like, come on, man.
What we doing?
Y'all need to chill, bro. Y'all need to chill with this.
What's the name of the new Call of Duty? What's the new name of the new Call of Duty? Is it Modern Warfare 3?
Modern Warfare 3, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, woohoo. You
wait a minute. You said woohoo. I thought you was excited for Modern. I thought you was excited for Call of Duty.
I think he's talking about the deal. Like it. Okay.
No, I'm saying like big woo. I have not looked at a single video for Modern Warfare 3. I do not care. With that said, I will be getting in on Gamefly.
Is it because Microsoft? Wait a minute. Pause, K-Bone. I gotta ask this.
No,
you my boy. Let me ask it. Let me ask it though.
No, the question
for everybody. No, but let me ask it anyway. For everybody listening on here, Miss Nia, Chariot Man, DJ Fanatic. AKA first name basis. Everybody, Ghoul and Soul, I think that's what you all y'all listen, do y'all believe K-Bum all of a sudden don't like Call of Duty because it's owned by Sony's mortal enemy, Microsoft?
Did he miss what I said? I think he missed what I said, Keith.
You said that you haven't watched the video.
I think he missed the last part. The last part I said, it's still coming on GameFly when it comes out. Did you miss that part?
I'm messing with you, man. Let me have my moment, K-Bum.
Let me
have my moment. Stop hating on Microsoft. Stop hating on Phil Spencer. I'm sorry that Sony wasn't able to buy
it. It has nothing to do. So what I'm upset
you
about,
hate because it ain't Sony, so didn't buy them, man.
Here's what I'm upset about Call of Duty. They lied. What they said when they released Modern Warfare 2 is that they would not release a Call of Duty in 2023. That's exactly what they said. They said they will not release that Modern Warfare 2 will last for 2 years, and they will not release a Call of Duty for 2023. They lied. That is my issue with
But
this year's Call
K-Bomb,
of
you
Duty.
gonna get your kill streaks on like you was doing in the other.
I am not purchasing this Call of Duty because they lied.
You
K-Bomb,
think it's
come
a
on,
quality? You think
man.
it's a quality issue?
They all lie. They all are liars. They
Chill,
all
bro.
lie.
So yeah, I'm not purchasing. I haven't looked at a
Okay,
single
what you-
video for this Call of Duty. I'm not excited about this Call of Duty. A lot of people online are not excited about this Call of Duty.
That's
It's
what they
surprising.
said will come out.
No. I'm just saying. I'm telling you what people in the circle have said. I'm not saying that it's not going to sell well or do well. I'm just telling you what I've heard, what I've seen. So I'm like I said, I'm still getting the game. So let's put it there.
That's my point.
I
That's all I'm saying.
literally stated that. I'm getting it from GameFly. I'm not purchasing this year game. I'm not buying
Oh,
this
okay,
year's
I got
game.
what you're saying. So you
I'm not
saying
buying it.
you normally buy Call of Duty. That's what you're saying.
No, I don't always buy Call of Duty. When I know I want to play that Call of Duty, I buy it. If not, I get it from GameFly. I test it out. If I don't like it, I send it back.
Okay.
So that's exactly what I'm doing. I am
Are
not,
the
and
people
most
that-
likely
Are the people that you
Sorry.
game with, your crew that you
They all
game
buy
with,
it.
are they getting it?
they're most likely. Well, they may not because with Warzone, you don't need to have Call of Duty. Warzone is free to play. The only way they would get new Call of Duty is if they want to level up their guns outside of Warzone or
Okay.
DMZ. But you don't need the new Call of Duty to play Warzone. That's a separate game,
Man,
and they play mostly Warzone.
I might
So-
start buying Call of Duty now that Microsoft got it, man. They gonna improve stuff. Can't you not wait until you see Microsoft's logo come across
Trolling.
that intro when you pop
I
it
have-
in and
I
turn
have
it on and
no
Microsoft
issue
shows up?
with that Microsoft logo.
That logo of Microsoft
No-
shows
no
up on that
issue.
PlayStation 5 screen.
Oh, it's the
They can
quality
pop
though,
up
bro.
all they want. No issue with that logo.
that Xbox logo shows up on that PlayStation.
I'm still playing Overwatch. I have no issue with that. I have
You
issue
know
with
what,
Call
though?
of Duty itself.
It
And
is
their
sad. It
lies.
is sad that they will start posting these games as exclusive when they're clearly not. That just shows how desperate Microsoft fans or Xbox players are because they don't have no games. So Call of Duty will be on every system for at least the next 10 years, y'all. So exclusivity doesn't come until a decade from now. So hopefully Call of Duty is still, Microsoft doesn't screw it up. that is not a thing anymore. And Starfield and all the rest of the Bethesda games, any inkling of what is coming, I ain't hopeful. So, but K-Bomb, I may give this a shot. If y'all get on, I may go buy some online, man, and jump on y'all. Y'all can say level head down on this title.
And we might as well just play Warzone.
K-Bomb don't like Warzone. He can't stand
No,
Warzone.
I can't stand the multiplayer for Call of Duty. I don't play multiplayer in Call of Duty anymore. I only play Warzone when my homies want to play. That's the only time I play Call of Duty. That's why you don't see it in me playing it. When last time you heard me say, when you asked me what I'm gaming on, have I said Call of Duty?
No, I admit, not never.
Do
not
you
never.
remember the last time?
No, I said not. I ain't heard it in a minute. Right.
Yeah, because it has nothing to do with Microsoft. I this last Call of Duty was so bad that I have stopped playing Call of Duty. I did not like the Modern Warfare 1 when it came out, the new one in 2019, and this one was pretty much the same, very similar, and I did not like it. I played it for the first couple of months, and that was it. I couldn't get back into it.
So is this a sign that is coming? That is it starting to show kinks in the armor? Call of Duty.
No, this has nothing to do with. I think this is more personal taste for me.
Okay.
I don't like the new Modern Warfare. I just don't like the way it plays.
Got you.
I don't know. There's a lot of people who actually, well, the pros did not like this Call of Duty because they got rid of all of the movement. So this game was liked more by casuals because it didn't have all the movement skills. But the pros hated it. Now Modern Warfare 3 has all the movement skills back, and the casuals are saying we don't know how we feel about this next Call of Duty. So it's just a little bit different, give or take. But I don't think this shows. Say again.
They finding it hard to please both the hardcore and casual audience.
You're always going to have that. You're always going to have that issue when you have esports, because the casuals don't play the same as the pros don't play the same as casuals. So you're going to always have that issue of trying to please both crowds, because they play the game totally different.
Right.
Same thing Overwatch. Overwatch struggles with that. And that's why they need to separate their esports and their regular game, because you can't balance a character in casual play and for the pros at the same time, because you have some characters that can one shot people, and casuals aren't good at that, but pros are very good at that.
I just don't. As a person who is not a Call of Duty connoisseur, I look at this and I see Call of Duty. They all look the same to me, but I know you will say level. No, they're not, and I know you're telling the truth. But as a casual that doesn't play, it looks like all the rest of them to me. It just looks more graphical. But
how you think the Marios feel for me?
Okay,
Mario's Mario, bro.
Point taken. Let's move on. But anyway, so let's just move on. K-Ball Master Dev, let's just move on from that. So what else?
That's funny.
So it was.
What is King? What is King? I tried to research it, but I didn't recognize what I was looking at. Did they do anything that's significant?
The development company King?
Yeah. What have they done?
Candy Crush. It's Candy Crush.
Oh, that's Candy Crush? Okay.
Yeah, it's King. Yeah. Okay. King is Candy Crush.
Was there another topic that we had, or was that it? Did we cover
it? I think that was it.
So I did have a point to bring up on this Microsoft piece.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I find it very interesting that 10-year deal they made with Nintendo for Call of Duty. And I did want to get you guys' taste on that, and what does that do for Nintendo? What does that do for Call of Duty to have that 10-year deal to promise to bring the Call of Duty title back to the Nintendo system for the next 10 years?
Okay, let me tackle this first. Well, one, because of the caliber game third-party title that. Well, not third party now, but still being treated like a third party title. Let's say it like that. Mm-hmm. It's a prominent title that I believe will put pressure. One point, it will put pressure on the EAs and others to also bring their top tier titles. That'd be one, because Call of Duty is a top tier title, and it also says that maybe Microsoft knows something that we don't know about what's coming next from Nintendo, and looking at the sales of the Switch, feel comfortable with putting this title on Nintendo day one. So those are two things that says to me that they feel confident in what Nintendo has made, and they knew the device, and they see the sales of the Switch and believe that may possibly continue. And the partnership with Nintendo will maybe get them in good graces. They've been trying to win over Nintendo fans. Like, that's been Microsoft's, to me, one of their aims is to win over Nintendo base, to be also Microsoft by being kind to Nintendo and giving Nintendo titles that most wouldn't give it. I bet that has also played in some Microsoft selling some Xboxes that they may have not sold because of that, that they sold because of that kindness toward Nintendo. You got fans that are literally their fandom go that hard. Microsoft respects Nintendo, and they may choose Xbox over a PlayStation for that reason. So, but those are two things it says to me. But go ahead.
Again, this is all about perspective. You can say, "Oh, Call of Duty's on the Nintendo platform, so we should bring our games over there too because it's able to run those games." That's a good perspective. This benefits Microsoft.
Yeah.
Microsoft. It from here on out, anything they do, it is not for the other people. Oh, we're gonna put 10 years of Call of Duty. Dude, we've been living without Call of Duty for 10 years and plus It don't matter. Keep your Call of Duty. We don't need to sign this deal. Sony don't need to sign it. Y'all got it. You won. You got it, Michael. Don't mess up. We don't need it, and I'm saying we as like the other companies. Like, no, anything that you do from here on out, now that you have it, you have acquired it. It's all about you having that Xbox logo popping up on my system, even though I'm playing Nintendo. That all benefits you because now I'm like, oh, there's that logo. It's that familiarity with what is it called? Brand recognition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're trying to just put their stuff everywhere. So, I'm going to subscribe to Game Pass. All of this just benefits Microsoft. I don't listen. I wasn't playing Call of Duty before. I'm not going to be playing it because it's free on Game Pass. I don't care.
But that's what I was trying to say. That's why I think they're being so kind, specifically to Nintendo. It's the offset because these fans are goofy. Sony fans may stop playing Call of Duty because it's Microsoft. So how do you counter that? You want to purchase this big IP, and there's a strong possibility that the fan war, console war, may play into people trying to deliberately undermine your purchase of this franchise. How do you overcome that? Go to another group that's deprived of that very game that others have become accustomed to. You give it to them, and like you said, Keith, it's benefiting Microsoft all the way around. But I can see the strategy. It helped them win it. It helped them win the lawsuit. That's one.
True. Yep.
And then second, they can use that 130 million possible purchasers to offset maybe some who won't buy it anymore because it's owned by them. So in both cases, like you said, Keith, it's for Microsoft. It benefits nobody but them. And but that's what it says to me. You needed them to get the title in the first place, and I think you've been trying to work on that relationship because it helps get your brand in more hands and your systems in more hands. So that's what I think it's about.
Yeah, they just estimated how many subscribers they can get because that's 70 billion. They trying to get that money back. Yeah. They already know they trying to get that money. We're gonna let Nintendo and anybody else who wants to play, and they can play. Everybody can play. We got to recoup this money.
Right. Everybody can play.
Sign up. Come on.
What do you think,
guys? And in 10 years, we never knew you.
Oh, that's funny.
Once they get their money back, it's gonna be exclusive. That's what you're saying, right?
Yep.
K-Bun, what's your thoughts? Why the same question you asked us? What does this say to you? The 10 years.
It says what this says to me, and that's why I posted because I was interested in what you guys thought. Because what it says to me is that I really wanted this deal done, and I'll go to Nintendo to do it. That's all it means to me. I really don't think it is meant to help the Nintendo gamers. Even though I hope it has that effect, where it pushes some of the other third-party game developers, especially if it does numbers. I think it would push the third-party developers to think twice about not going to a Nintendo system. And so I hope that it does that, right? I hope that it does numbers so that third party can say, you know what, maybe we need to rethink not going to a Nintendo Switch, a Nintendo system, because Call of Duty just pulled 25 million extra gamers just by putting their game on that system. So I hope that's the effect that it had. But as far as Microsoft, that has nothing to do with either of that. That's we want to get they even tried to get a sign with Steam. Like, what was that going to do for PC? So they were just trying to sign anybody who wasn't Sony so that they can show the people that, hey, look, we can play ball too.
Yeah, and like I said, it to me, what it's going to do for Nintendo depends on what their next system is capable of. If it was on the Switch, I don't think it'd do nothing for Nintendo. It was, like you said, it was all Microsoft using Nintendo to look like they to undermine everything Sony was saying about them. They used Nintendo to undermine that. They made the promise to put it on there. They're not losing anything for putting it on the Switch on a Nintendo device. But Nintendo next device is what is being touted and rumored to be. This could be great for Nintendo because it plays into exactly what you just said. If Call of Duty comes to that next device and visually and all the way around, it measures up to the counterparts, PlayStation and Xbox, then that's going to put tremendous pressure on the EAs and Ubisofts to put like I said, their top tier titles, because this is the title. This is the title. This is the creme de la creme. This is the top of third party. You don't get top. You don't get bigger than Call of Duty. And if like you said, if it's 25 million, 30 million or more buying it on Nintendo systems, then that's going to put pressure for the Maddens and all the other games that has eluded Nintendo to be there day and date as well. So that's how it will benefit Nintendo if their next system is capable. If it's capable to compete or be in the same ballpark as its counterparts, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X. What's up, Alice Steed? Welcome to the show. You about at the end. We about to wrap this thing up, but you are here, and we happy to know that you are. But yeah, that's what I would say, man. So, any final thoughts?
Congratulations, Microsoft.
Oh, tattooing. Okay. You do tattoos. That's what's up. What'd you say, Keith? You said congratulations?
No, just saying congratulations, Microsoft. I'm super curious as to what happens from here. Like your question says, what next? What do you do from here? Because it's a bunch of games that you could already have played. Like none of this stuff was not accessible. If I said that right? So,
unaccessible.
Unaccessible. Thank you, sir. Like you could play all this stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know they're doing it for the streaming. Eventually, the X Play. I think that's what it's called.
Well, yes.
So to me, and they were looking for they're looking toward the future. I 100% get that. Just like with Sony and that Portal over there in Japan. That's how they're gonna get their numbers up. They're making good business moves. It's just I don't care. That's a good shot.
But you do know they sold the streaming rights to the Microsoft isn't going to do the streaming of Activision games. Oh, was that the UK thing? Remember they couldn't they didn't let them do it.
That's right.
And you know who has the rights to stream Activision games?
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, exactly.
Yeah.
Ubisoft has the rights to stream those games, so they're not really going to benefit it from as much as it would to build their.
Is that just in Europe though?
No, I believe that's period.
Oh,
who playing tonight? Who playing? Is it the Jags and
Saints? Jaguars
okay.
and Saints.
Okay,
yeah, I'll have to check, but I thought that was just in general that they had to sell the rights for streaming.
Well,
okay.
Never mind. Now I'm really confused.
I think for what's next, also, I think we're going to see the combination of Game Pass and these Activision titles. I think that's next. I think that has to happen. I think that's part of Microsoft's dream is to get those games on Game Pass. They already stated that Call of Duty is not going, Diablo is not going this year. So those major games are not going. Overwatch is already free to play, so that doesn't make any difference. But they do have a special skin or something like that. Not skin, but something special for it being on Game Pass. But I think the next step, and they've already turned on some of the older servers for Call of Duty. So some of the older Call of Duty games on Xbox, they've actually turned those servers on. And people were very excited, and they were actually playing some of the old Call of Duty games on the Xbox through the game, not the Game Pass, but through the what they call that, the backwards compatibility that Microsoft has. So I think that's the next step for me. I think is improving Game Pass. As they kind of stated, we saw some of those files. That's their plan, is improving Game Pass. They stated if they do not grow Game Pass, they may not be in gaming. That's literally their words that they said. I don't know how much of it's true, but as they stated, if they do not grow Game Pass, they will not. They may no longer be in gaming. Maybe they said that just to get the deal through, make it feel better, a sob story. I don't know, but we only take the words at face value. So their plan is Game Pass to grow it, to get it more. So these Activision games are going to go there. They're going to pop up. They're going to be day and date. And as Keith said, I just hope they don't ruin it, because it's just ruin yourself. Don't just buy all these other companies and do what EA used to do. Used to buy these other third-party companies and ruin them. So I hope that's not what's going to happen in Microsoft. But they don't have a good track record.
That would be crazy. Them leaving gaming. And what that says to me, and I know we finna get out of here, but what that says to me is that they were never really in it for gaming. Because they're not even trying to cultivate gaming. They sound like a little kid. I didn't get my way. And I couldn't get my way, so I'm going to leave and take my ball. And you guys will never play Call of Duty again because I bought it. You know, like,
That's funny.
you're not even about the games. Like that statement just speaks volume to me. And maybe I'm looking at it wrong. I don't know, but I didn't get my way.
No, man, they about money, man. They all about that. They war chest.
That was
money.
There was a wise man that said, "If you build it, they will come."
But okay, so that was the show for tonight. I pray that y'all enjoyed everything that you heard on tonight. If you got it, go out tomorrow and get that Wonder and Spider-Man 2. If you like me, just gotta wait till it show up in the mail. I'm frustrated. I was like, man, I want to play this game tomorrow, but it's all good. K-Bone, when does yours supposed to show up?
It says the 20th, but I don't believe that because they shipped it today. So I'll probably get it on Tuesday, most likely.
Okay. Yeah, mine is shipping out on the 20th, so unless they shipping it out from the store, I probably won't get it until probably Monday or Tuesday myself. So with that being said, hopefully I have it before we get on next week. I was going to be off tomorrow watching my girls. I was hoping to get some gaming in tomorrow, but that ain't going to happen. I'm going fishing Saturday, so I'm excited. Keith, I'm going out there to catch me one of them big blues. See what I can do. Catfish. So with that being said, any final words, y'all? We can get out of here.
It was a good show tonight. Thanks everybody for stopping by, showing us some real Spider Mix. Charles London. I'm tripping. But yeah, it was a good show tonight, man. Like, I can't wait to hear what you guys say about Spider-Man and whatever review about Mario. And hopefully next week I'll be playing Alan Wake.
Keys. K-Mom, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it was a good chat. It was a good conversation. I think we had some good topics to talk about. good gaming coming down the pipeline. So I hope you guys get a chance to go out there and get the game you want, and get a chance to hop in and enjoy that gaming life. So I'll be excited to mix this Spider-Man into my other game that I'll be playing, and enjoy yourself. And every now and then get out there and touch grass. It's good out there too, before it gets too cold.
All right, so you need to go cut your grass. That's what you're trying to say. Anyway, shouts out to DJ Fanatic, Lurking Ghoul, Nia the video game, her, Chariot Man Gaming. Who else is in here? Alan Steed. There's a few more of y'all in here. We thank y'all for tuning in.
Ghoul. I know you got them.
Yeah, I said Lurking Ghoul. So we thank y'all for tuning in on tonight. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, with updates on these games and what we feeling. Spider-Man 2 will be in the house. I will be having both Wonder and Spider-Man, so we'll have some good dialogue for next week. Hopefully Keith makes his mind up, possibly get Wonder. We'll see. We don't know. Keith will probably surprise us. That's how he does. But anyway, so next week we'll be back. Till then, y'all be blessed, stay safe, and we'll see y'all on the flip side. Deuces.
We got smashed, bro. We got smashed, bro. We got smashed, but we got smashed, bros, though.